It is shot time. What's up, everybody? Rich here, and welcome to another episode of Hot Tags and Arm Drags presents Wrestle Shots, our short form video podcast, short form video series, where we talk about either the goings on in the wrestling world, one slight subject in particular, or we give our predictions for a pay-per-view. And today is an absolute special because it is the predictions, or my predictions at least, for AEW Revolution 2021. This is a big card, and we do have a bonus question at the end. But let's go through this one thing at a time. So we're going to start with the buy-in, which is Riho and Thunder Rosa against Dr. Britt Baker and Rebel. The one problem that I have with this is, why is former women's champion Riho and former NWA women's champion Thunder Rosa being relegated to... Actually, why are any of them being relegated to the buy-in? Dr. Britt Baker, she's doing great work right now, and they just don't seem to have a direction for her. So, at the end of the day, I do believe that Dr. Britt Baker and Rebel will pull this out, even though Rebel doesn't seem to be as much of a competitor. I haven't seen her do a whole lot in the ring, but there you have it. I say Dr. Britt Baker and Rebel win the buy-in match. Then we have the Casino Tag Team Royale, which is basically just a big tag team battle royal. 15 teams announced for this. Now, these are the confirmed teams. Who knows? They might add more, but we have Bear Country, The Butcher and the Blade, Cesar Bononi and Peter Avalon, The Dark Order 5 and 10, The Dark Order Evil Uno and Stu Grayson, The Dark Order Alex Reynolds and John Silver, Death Triangle, which is going to be Pac and Ray Phoenix, The Gun Club, Austin and Billy Gunn, Inner Circle, Ortiz and Santana, Jurassic Express, which will consist of Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, Matt and Mike Seidel, The Natural Nightmares, Dustin Rhodes and QT Marshall, Private Party, who obviously is Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn, SCU, which will be Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian, and then the Varsity Blondes, Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison. Who the F is Griff Garrison? There are a lot of teams in this that, like, the Dark Order has 3 teams in this match. I don't hate it. I think it's going to play into the storyline. But at the end of the day, I think Death Triangle wins this. I think Pac and Ray Phoenix pick up the win in this match and get a future AEW Tag Team title shot. So, yeah, that's what I got. Miro and Kip Sabian versus Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor. It's quite unfortunate that Miro has really not done a whole lot of anything except be in another wedding angle since he showed up in AEW. I think this is finally where Miro kind of shows out. And I think that Miro and Kip Sabian are going to grab the win over Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor. Then we have the Face of the Revolution ladder match, with the winner getting a shot at the TNT Championship. We have Cody Rhodes, Scorpio Sky, Penta El Cero Miedo, Lance Archer, Max Caster, and a yet-to-be-announced competitor. Now, obviously, a yet-to-be-announced competitor makes this a little more difficult to call, but I actually don't think it's that difficult to call. I don't think it's going to be Cody Rhodes. We've done the Cody Rhodes Darby Allin thing, and Darby Allin won the title from him. As much as I would like to see Scorpio Sky get a win here, I don't think he's going to. I think somehow Lance Archer and Cody Rhodes end up getting into it, and that's what costs Cody and Lance. Max Caster doesn't even belong in this match. So that leaves either the to-be-announced competitor or Penta, and I'm going to go Penta. I think it's finally time for Penta to get a singles run, and I would love to see Penta get a shot at the TNT title. I think he and Darby will put on a fantastic match. So my prediction for that one is Penta. So then we have Hangman Adam Page versus Matt Hardy in a big money match. Whoever wins this match gets the Q1 earnings of the other competitor. It's obviously a gimmick match, and this could go either way. I don't think a loss hurts Adam Page. I don't. I don't know what Matt Hardy's doing right now. I think that Matt Hardy's kind of lost in terms of what he's doing, and I mean that's okay. I don't blame him for that. But at the end of the day, I think Hangman does get the win here, and it throws Matt Hardy into whatever it's going to throw Matt Hardy into. So Hangman Adam Page gets the win. Sting and Darby Allin versus Team Taz, consisting of Brian Cage and Ricky Starks in a street fight. Sting and Darby Allin. You can't have them lose this match. You can't. It'll delegitimize Darby, and you can't have Sting take a loss in this match. I don't hate the work that Brian Cage and Ricky Starks have been doing lately, but they're not beating Sting and Darby Allin. So, Sting and Darby Allin win this match. Then we get into some interesting stuff. The first being the Young Bucks versus the Inner Circle, Chris Jericho and MJF, for the AEW Tag Team Championships. The Young Bucks have been doing a decent job with the tag titles. I thought it was actually kind of impressive that they took over a year to put the tag titles on the Young Bucks. That being said, the Young Bucks have a lot more to do with the Good Brothers, and I feel like the AEW Tag Team Championships kind of cloud that. And Inner Circle winning this kind of gives Sammy Guevara a way to try and get revenge on MJF by grabbing himself a tag team partner and doing his thing. I think the Young Bucks championship run ends tonight, and then they enter a program against the Good Brothers. So the Inner Circle will, in fact, defeat the Young Bucks and become AEW Tag Team Champions. Hikaru Shida versus Ryo Mizunami. First of all, I love that Ryo Mizunami is in this match. I kind of expected them to go Nyla Rose, and I'm kind of glad that they didn't. We need some fresh faces in this women's division. And let's face it, those people who don't follow the wrestling over in Japan as closely as some of us who watch this stuff as much as we do probably didn't even know who Ryo Mizunami was when she showed up on Dynamite on Wednesday night to fight Nyla Rose. All that being said, it's not time yet. Hikaru Shida is going to win this match and is going to retain the AEW Women's Championship. It's going to be a great match, but Hikaru keeps the title. And then in your main event, you have Kenny Omega, who is, of course, the current AEW World Champion, against Jon Moxley in an exploding barbed wire death match. Let me start by saying Kenny Omega is going to win this match. Kenny Omega is going to win this match because this is AEW's way of writing Moxley off because Renee is going to be having their baby soon. This match is still going to be amazing. I know that Mike's not exactly excited about this match. Kenny and John are two of the best in the world. They don't necessarily need a gimmick match, but it's kind of them going back to the Japanese roots of wrestling, and having an exploding barbed wire death match is how you do that. So at the end of the day, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be a massacre, and Kenny Omega is going to walk out of AEW Revolution still your AEW World Champion. So our bonus question: Who is going to be the mystery signing? This is probably the most difficult question of the entire night, because I've got two schools of thought here. I have what my heart wants, and I have what my head thinks is going to happen. What I really want is CM Punk to come to AEW. He has gone on record on Twitter vehemently denying the fact that it is him. And part of me thinks he doth protest too much. That being said, it's probably not Punk. And if it is Punk, you'll hear me from wherever you are, screaming and crying like a 14-year-old girl at a Taylor Swift concert. So, be prepared for that. All that being said, I think my head is saying it's going to be Christian. I'm not mad about that. And honestly, I've been tossing this around since Paul White made the announcement at Dynamite. But yeah, I think it's going to be Christian. And I'm okay with that. So, anyway, that's your shot for today. Enjoy Revolution. It's just starting in a few short hours. And Mike and I will be coming at you on Monday with the news and views from this past week's wrestling shows and everything that has happened around the wrestling world. Have a good one, guys. Enjoy Revolution, and I will talk to you on the flip side.